Good evening, everyone. This is Chad Millard, and I'm doing my presentation over Daniel Boone Elementary in the Francetown School District, and I will also, at some points, tie in the Francetown School District. Francetown School District is a very large school district, and Daniel Boone is a very small part of that school district, so I'd rather talk more about the community that Daniel Boone Elementary works with. No customs or traditions. So Daniel Boone is a very community-centered school. We do a lot of things to the community, and community does a lot with us. One of the big traditions every year is the New Melly Festival. Is a big event of the year that is put on by the rec center next to our school. The rec center works really well with us. We have a lot of sponsor stuff that go on there, fundraising, and all of our kids play like t-ball, football, there's kickball with the families and all that. So there's a lot of things that go on with the New Melly Rec Center, which is very cool. One of the big traditions at our Daniel Boone is the Halloween parade. Every year the kids come to school dressed in their costumes, and then at the end of the day they get to parade around the school so everybody can see the costumes that they have on, which is always very fun. Another one that we do like in the fall time is the bike rodeo. Kids come up to school with their bikes, and they can do different games and ride around the parking lot. And the EMTs and firefighters then talk about bike safety, wearing helmets and things like that. We have the spaghetti dinner. It's put on by the PTO, and families come up to the school, $5 for spaghetti, and all the proceeds go to a family in need, either in the Daniel Boone community or the Francetown School District community. We didn't have the flag design. It's put on by our art teacher, and every year for fourth grade they design a new Daniel Boone Elementary flag, and then on field day they get to vote for which flag. The whole school and staff get to vote for which flag they like the most. The flag that wins is actually made into a flag that is then flown over our school for that whole school year. We have a lot of choir concerts, trivia nights. We have fifth grade intramural game against Warren Elementary. So kids in intramural get to go travel to a school and play them in some sport like basketball, soccer. And then Warren Elementary actually comes to our school later that year and plays us in like capture flag and dodgeball. A new tradition that we have started is the Quidditch tournament for fifth grade. Kids, we do a Quidditch unit with the Harry Potter. If you don't know what Quidditch is, it's the Harry Potter game. And the fifth grade have winning teams from each class, and then those teams from that class get to play the other classes in fifth grade at the end, right before winter break, and then the winning team gets to take home a trophy. It's a very cool tradition that we have started. The teachers and the students come all dressed in Harry Potter clothing and holding signs for whatever team, like Hufflepuff or Slytherin or whatever. So it's very cool. And then one of the greatest days of the year is field day. It's a big tradition here as our field day. Population characteristics, we're about 51% male, 48% female. 93.7% of the high school has an education or high school education or higher. The average age of residents is about 59. We're not a very diverse school at all. About 96% white, 2.3% Hispanic, and then very small margin, I think it's 0.4 African American. And we're very German oriented. About 47% of our families have some German ancestry. Communication channels. So this is even from the school district and Daniel Boone. So public channels of communications, our school website. A lot of people go to that. That's how most people probably get it. Then Facebook pages. So teachers usually have Facebook or Twitter, and that's how we usually connect with families. A lot of updates are made through these types of channels on a daily basis, weekly, monthly. We do send home like a weekly newsletter, and the school district constantly sends out emails and things like that. The effectiveness is the priority of school and district to make public aware and access easily available to new and ongoing information. We do have a foreign language impact. We do have a Spanish newsletter that's provided to families that need it. So it's not sent out to anybody, but they have tracking of what families need it, and those get sent home with those families. Community primarily receives information from district school through websites, like I said before. So websites and Facebook, social media is kind of our biggest way that we communicate with the community and families. Community groups, we have the New Melly Sports and Rec, St. Paul Lutheran Church, Knights of Columbus, Blondin Real Estate. Now I know that's a company, but the Blondin family is a very big family in New Melly, and they do have a pretty strong community group that they do a little bits of everything. And then we have a new group called Raccoons Giving Back. What it is kids from 2nd through 5th grade that go to Daniel Boone can have their families join Raccoons Giving Back. And it's a family events. So we go throughout the community and work with Special Olympics, work 5K races, pick up for community. We adopted a Make-A-Wish kid to get his wish granted. So there's a lot of things that the Raccoons Giving Back does for the community. And it's been a very, very successful thing so far. No leadership influencing agents within the school. So we have our school board, principals, content leaders, professional development leaders, educational department chairs, and then our NEA leaders and coaches. Then we have the persons influenced, as usually students, staff, and community. Depending on the situation, decision making usually comes from the top down. However, staff input is always encouraged. Our school district values the input because they understand that they might have a great idea, but we're the ones working with the kids every day and talking to parents and families that we have a better understanding of what our kids need the most. Many leadership roles inside and outside school to look up to and gain new insight as teachers in Francis Howe. Known community leaders and characteristics. Well, our characteristics are well known across district. They got to be approachable, personable, eagerness to learn and adapt when changes are made, a lot of trustworthiness, ability to remain professional in conflicts, knowledgeable about our school district and current issues, easily able to access and locate information, ability to think about the future and set sustainable goals, inspire others to create change, and inclusiveness in thought process and course of action. Economic conditions. We're going to be talking about mainly as New Melly, where Daniel Boone is top industries in New Melly is retail, manufacturing, construction. Top occupations for our families out there is management, sales, and construction. Our average income for our household is about $74,000, a little over that. Value of our house is around $256,000. Sorry, I forgot the little money sign there. We have about a 3.5% unemployment rate, 5.8% living in poverty, and 12% free and reduced lunch. Political structure. So out in New Melly, obviously, we have the governor and alderman, the mayor, county commissioner, the city council, county board, superintendent, school board, principal, and then usually our staff. That is same without the school district. So that's kind of how the political structure works, not just with Daniel Boone, but within the Francis Howe School District. Social tensions, and I'll talk about this a little bit more too. So Francis Howe School District was selected to take on Normandy School District, and I'll talk about that more, but it has created some rifts among our school. Francis Howe School District is a very large district with 3 high schools and have strong rivalries, so there's always those tensions between rival schools. Some tensions is like, so for Daniel Boone, compared to another school in a different part of the district, might have different needs. And then obviously we have, just what probably everywhere, is the political and religion views. So yeah, we have those conflicts just about people's stances on certain issues. Extra source of information. We got, like, I go through DESE, the website, local news, news club, social media. I'm not going to send it to save some time, but we do have a very good little news club that talks about Daniel Boone and things going on. If you want, you can click that or copy paste that or type it into your URL. It's pretty neat. So if your school doesn't have it, you can kind of get ideas on what we do. But it's always comes out once a week, and it's viewed a lot by our parent staff of how we get information out. Power structures. So in New Mally, obviously, we have our business owners. It usually goes to the police department, Chamber of Commerce, Board of Education, our district office, PTO, principal and teachers. Our PTO, people are kind of wondering, but they do have a very strong pull with our school because they're obviously the one raising a lot of money. We do give them ideas, but they do have a very powerful structure, especially at Daniel Boone. Multicultural issues. So this is what I was talking about with Normandy. So Normandy School District lost their accreditation. So Francis Howell was selected as an option for those students. Normandy is in the St. Louis City and Francis Howell is St. Charles County. So the issue we kind of been having is bringing those inner city kids out to Francis Howell, which the rest of the school district is a lot more diverse than what Daniel Boone is. But just having those views and social status and all those things coming out to our school district did create some conflicts. We had some parents and teachers even that were kind of on the worry of how's this going to work, what's this going to look like. So that did create some issues with us. We do have culture days at Daniel Boone. We have a winter festival concert, but they make sure that every religion is shown at the concert. And then we do an African dance group. We have an African dance team that comes out and teaches students different African dances, which is pretty neat. Power structure. We are told to try to keep political views and stuff like that out of the schools. They do encourage us to vote and share our message through means, but when it comes to school, that we need to try to keep that out. Our power structure is pro-education and pro-student. So what's best for education and more importantly with the student, and then having a strong vision of what our school district and school is going to look like in the future. Measuring public opinion. So Francis Howell School District was voted top place to work in the greater St. Louis area. So I found this a very interesting slide because there's a lot of great things about Francis Howell. Daniel Boone has a 5-star rating from the community on Facebook, but then as you see, Francis Howell recently asked for a tax increase to help pay teachers to keep Francis Howell as one of the top school districts in the state. The district hasn't asked for a tax increase in about 15 years, and that actually was voted down twice. So you have all these things that sit there and show how great school is, property values up because you're in a Francis School District, and yet the community has voted it down twice. So there's a lot of changes that are going to be coming to Francis Howell. I know a lot of teachers are nervous. I think even the board and all that are wondering if teachers are going to be leaving because not only did they vote it down, but now we're going to be on pay freeze and are frozen on steps, and they project another 5 years of that. So it's going to be interesting, but it was interesting to see how Francis Howell's got all these nice awards, but yet the community voted down to keep the school running as is. Public opinion surveys. So end of the year questionnaire that is given to business leaders, staff, parents, and students. We do that within our community, and then Francis Howell does that throughout the whole district. They send out surveys after every professional development days so that the teachers can give feedback. Is this stuff been useful? What they like, did not like, all that. Another way we get a lot of opinion is just through parent-teacher conferences, social media, and face-to-face. So thank you for watching my video. I wish you guys best of luck for the rest of the quarter.